Welcome back to the window. Woo! And the children cheer. And I am here joined by my good friend Hannah. Say hi.
Hi. Like Haddon said, my name is Hannah. I'm a second year BA Performance Process student at the University of Texas at Austin. And yeah, I love to create, so that's why I'm here.
Dude, you love to process that performance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a very long and drawn out discussion about what that major is and why it's named so confusingly.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's because technically I feel like most people take it for acting.
Yes.
But they need to distinguish it from the BFA acting.
Yeah.
And so they're like, you actually do a little bit of everything, but that's not true. Most people only do acting. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like for acting people, it's like, oh, it's the process of performance, sure, but like it just makes it more confusing when you're trying to communicate it to someone.
I just tell people I major in theater because if I say theater and dance, they're like, oh, so you dance too? And I'm like, no, I don't. That's just the name of the
Yeah, it's like when I say I'm from Dallas, but my family's in Frisco.
Like it's
not me doxing myself, but like
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Well, what have you been up to recently? That's our first question.
Ooh, okay. So we just did a read through Monday for the new play.
Yes.
The horribly agonizing 3-day death, Father James. That's gonna be really fun. And we only have did I tell you we only have 8 rehearsals?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So I'm excited to see how that will go. I'm sure it will be fine. It's a short play.
Yeah.
So that will be fine. And yeah, been gymming and journaling and reading.
Gymming and journaling and reading.
Yeah.
That's the trifecta right there.
Yep. Actually, this morning at the gym, I meant to throw away, because you wipe down the machine, and I meant to throw away the paper towel, and I threw my keys into the trash. And so I went to the front desk and I was like, I'm so sorry. I threw my keys. And he goes, and I was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, where is it? And so I let him in the trash can. And we actually had a great conversation about theater because he asked what I do. And I said, I major in theater. And he was like, I love Waitress. I have a friend who's going to New York. And so it ended up being okay. But he was upset with the first half. But,
But we got there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He's an ally, we've learned.
Yes. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I need to go to the gym more.
This is the first week in a long time that I've done 5 days consistently.
Ooh.
My goal is to go 5 days and I take Saturday and Sunday off. But I have a really hard time getting up to do it in the morning before my classes. And if I'm in rehearsal in the afternoon, I just can't get myself to go after rehearsal. And so Blind Spot, I was very inconsistent with it. But
I've never been a big lifting guy. Like I'll go and play basketball every day, damn near.
Yeah.
But I'd rather just be at home and do push-ups.
I'm the opposite. I love lifting weights, hate cardio. I have to force myself to do cardio, and I do the bare minimum. I walk on the treadmill, and that's it. Yeah. Because I just hate it.
Oh, I hate walking on a treadmill. I hate doing Stairmaster. I hate all that stuff. Yeah. It's just basketball.
Oh, I see.
Just because I grew up with it.
That makes sense. I feel that way about dance. Dance is technically cardio, but it doesn't feel like cardio.
Go do a Zumba class, dude.
I know, but they cost money. And why am I taking a class to I don't know.
Well, it's fine. I mean, it's Zumba. Take an online the videos and just go at home.
That. I do at home stuff. Yeah. And then my neighbors below me are like, what is she doing upstairs?
Why is she tap dancing? What's going on?
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. And this should be going up in 2 weeks. So that means go see the play, the horribly agonizing 3-day death of Father James.
Yeah.
That's correct?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I kept saying the 3-day horribly agonizing death.
I think it's the horribly agonizing 3-day death of Father James.
That sounds better.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I say it. But go see it.
Yeah.
Go see it. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about what we've done together.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Well, the first time we worked, which actually the first conversation we had was when we went to see Shucks.
Yes.
I sat next to you.
Yes.
Well, no, we read together for Bad Influence.
Oh my gosh.
And I completely forgot about that. And then I was sitting next to you and I was like, I feel like I've seen him before.
Yeah. We had followed each other on Instagram when the school year started.
We did?
Yes. It was that time where like everyone was following everyone
Oh, yeah.
at the start of the school year because it's like, oh, this person follows this person, they have theater and they're
Yes,
like that
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. But yeah, we first like met doing a read through, and then we sat next to each other for Shucked.
Yes.
And I remember talking about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And then we actually like worked together on Pillow Man for the
Mm-hmm.
first time. And then we acted together in Blind Spot. So
Yes.
it's been a very like
It's been a very interesting
yeah,
like exponential
yeah,
curve.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and Shucked, we talked a lot about movies.
Yes.
Like a lot
Yeah.
about movies.
Yeah.
It was so weird for like a first real conversation.
Yeah. Did you like Shucked?
No.
Okay, I didn't like it
Yeah.
either. I thought it was so stupid. I remember sitting next to you and hearing you go at
Yeah.
all the bad puns, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't tell if he doesn't like it or he's doing that because it's so like funny that it's like, oh, you know when people like
Yeah.
give a good pun, but it's
Yeah.
like, oh gosh,
No, if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, as I
Yeah.
hope you know now.
Yes. Yeah, I do know now.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
But Shucked, I didn't like it. I
Yeah.
thought it was stupid.
No, I'm not even a musical guy, so like
Yeah.
going in and seeing a bad musical, in my opinion.
Thought all the actors were talented. They all
Yes.
sang and danced great and acted great.
Wonderful.
It's just the writing and the music was
Yeah.
not good.
And like there's no plot.
Yeah, there is no also, which is I've been like looking into this. There's been a like phenomenon on Broadway where shows cannot stay open
Yeah.
because the only things that are successfully like staying open for a long time, obviously like Hamilton and stuff, but like are like old shows
Yeah.
like Funny Girl and Cabaret, and even those are closing super quickly, and it's been this like huge problem that shows on Broadway can't stay open. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I mean, off Broadway is just like so experimental
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's like the formula that's used to get on Broadway isn't happening as much.
Yes. I did see off Broadway. I saw Titanic. I don't know if you've heard of it. So it's like a story of Titanic, but it's told by Celine Dion. So there's an actor.
That's hilarious.
It was so funny. My grandma's friend's son was in it. So I got to like talk to him afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a weird connection.
Yeah.
But he played like Jack, and then there's the Rose. But it's like it's so hilarious. I think it's still off Broadway, which it could go to Broadway.
Yeah.
It totally has the potential, but it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Dude, the one on Broadway show I've seen was Book of Mormon
I still haven't
with
seen that.
Andrew Rannells.
I want to see it so bad. My dad says it's hilarious.
Yeah. I hadn't heard of it, but my dad like he knew theater and he knew like of South Park stuff.
Yes.
And it's written by the same people.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And Andrew Rannells and Josh Gad helped create it too. And they were the originators of the two main roles.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and it was my first Broadway. It was so funny.
How old were you when you saw that? Because they were in it like.
Well, Andrew Rannells came back.
Oh, okay.
Because I was 16, I think.
Okay, yeah. So.
But like it was so funny, and then Hadestown is probably my favorite musical.
So good.
Yeah, gosh. They got married. The like original Orpheus and Eurydice.
Really?
Yes.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, they proposed at Orpheus's last show.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's very cute. I love that.
It was so.
I love that very much.
Good. Yeah, Pillow Man.
Yeah.
Pillow Man was cool.
Pillow Man was really fun. It was definitely, I think it was like the most serious show I've ever done.
Yeah.
Which was, yeah.
Which is interesting because it's a dark comedy.
Yeah. There are actually moments in it that are very funny.
Yeah.
And I wonder what part of it is a script and then what part of it was like Ava and Connor's like banter back and forth. You know?
Yeah. Dude, I'll never shut up about that show. It was so good.
Yeah.
I love that script. The story behind it, I feel like I told everyone at this point, but it was just like I saw it and it was done so terribly that I was like, I have to direct it.
Yeah.
I have to.
Would you direct it again if you could?
Absolutely.
Really?
100%. Like buying the rights and going to produce it like professionally. Oh, absolutely. I would do, and I would do it in the round again.
Really?
Yeah, I would have to have like a Brockett style space to where you can have enough seats for it to like be worth the budget.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like, I love that script. I'm Connor William Davis's biggest fan. Like our cast had so much chemistry. It was a big point that Sophie and I were trying to start out with from the very beginning was like trying to make sure everyone was connected.
Yeah.
And that everyone was safe.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like in that, I was worried that directing was going to be like really, really difficult for me. And it came pretty easily.
Yeah, I feel like it was the way you directed it was really good because there's an easy way to direct it where it's like everyone stands there and talks.
Yeah.
But you had this like very like I remember in the scene where I came on first, like Joe stands on the bed.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was such a creative way because you could do it where like you enter and then you do your lines and
Yeah.
then you exit. But no, you made it very creative and I like that a lot.
Thanks.
Of course.
Yeah. I love breaking a fourth wall.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Blind Spot was great
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you killed it.
Thank you.
Dude.
Thank you very much.
Like, I told you after the second performance, I was like, it was hard to not be in character hating you.
Yeah.
Like, because you were just delivering the monologue and you were like giving it your all. You're sobbing, and I'm just like.
The third one was so hard to do that monologue. I don't know if you picked up on it, but people were laughing until like probably a third of the way in my monologue because that thing of like, oh, what's the line where it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then the couple
Here's
says,
what's going
Here's what's
on.
going on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I wish that wasn't funny because then the audience takes so long to get into my seriousness of the monologue.
But once you start going and like you don't let him interrupt you, they were all just like, oh.
Yeah. I really did love Blind Spot. I think it was such a good. I just love working on new work.
Yeah.
Because it's so fun to originate a role.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
That's how I felt on Absolute None.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like getting to work with writers who are good writers.
Yes.
Like that's pretty fun. Now if it's like something else and it's like I don't believe in the script, then it's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Like some of the short film stuff.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That happens here. I'm no digs at any short films I've done. I've had fun. But...
I have a lot of RTF friends.
Yeah.
They're great. I love them.
Yeah. I mean Julius. Like
Julius is RTF. Yeah.
Yeah, my king. What's up, dog? But yeah, let's actually get into like what you're here for. First question, what's your earliest memory?
I want to say it's because I have a lot of memories like of my childhood, but I don't know in what order they are. But I want to say my earliest memory is probably Disney World. I went to Disney World and I was taking a picture with one of the little Einstein characters, I think.
Okay.
And I remember he had this hat on and he like bent down and his hat hit me in the head and it hurt. Like you would never think like the mascot characters, their costumes hurt, but I remember thinking like, ow, that hurt. But then I was taking photos, so I was like, oh, I gotta smile. And I was like, but I remember meeting the princesses and all that stuff, but I think I was like 4 at the time, so I think that's my earliest memory.
What about like a random early memory? Like not a big event, not Disney World, not something crazy that happened, just like one that for some reason you still remember.
Oh my gosh. The first one that came to mind was, so when I lived in Mississippi, my house had like an upstairs and a downstairs, and the upstairs had a balcony. So if you were downstairs in the living room, you could hear what was happening upstairs. Yeah. And I was playing with, we had these like wooden blocks, and I was playing with them, and they like fell. I was trying to make something, they fell, and I went, oh, dang it. And my dad was sitting downstairs. He thought I had said, damn it. So I remember him going, hey, and I was like, what? I had a very like weird problem. I would cuss when I was little, which I don't cuss that much now. And my mom's like, I don't know where you got that from. You weren't watching anything. You weren't hearing anything. Like, I don't know where that happened. Like, I said shit when I was like 2 years old. My mom's like, where did you get that? And so my dad thought I had cussed. And he was like, you're in so much trouble. I was like, Dad, I didn't. I swear. And I remember him like not believing me. All because I said, dang it. And I was like so upset that he wouldn't believe me. But I didn't get in trouble or anything. He just like got mad at me. That's it. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a reason why you think you may remember that one like so specifically? I
think because I felt this like very intense like sense of like injustice. Like I was like, I didn't say it, and I swear to this day I did not say it. So like I'm just like, I feel like that was the first time I was like, no, but I'm right. You know? So that's probably where I remember it.
Yeah, and we've talked a little bit about like the whole lawyer path and all that, and like having a strong sense of justice like growing up. So the reason I asked this question is because I feel like it's very interesting what we hold on to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the subconscious strings that tie us back to certain parts of our past. Like I remember watching like Storage Wars with my grandpa for some reason. Like that's not a pertinent thing to keep in my brain. But yeah, that's interesting. I think it's a building block for where we are now.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Dude. Damn it. Imagine little you saying damn it.
I know. Hilarious. It's like I really don't even cuss that much now.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I just don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So there was this movie called Here Comes the Boom with Kevin James, Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yes.
And he was like becoming a UFC fighter to like impress his kids.
Yeah.
And it was like my favorite movie. And I was watching it at my grandparents' house. And like he like gets knocked out. And I was like so invested. I was like this close to the screen. And so I go, what the hell? And I'm like 6. And my grandparents like being deeply Christian. They're like, what? And my dad just dies laughing.
That's really funny. I never like were you a Disney kid, a Nickelodeon kid, a Cartoon Network? Like what was
Cartoon
the main
Network.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I was definitely Disney.
Really?
Yeah, I only watched Disney.
Yeah.
I mean a little bit of Disney XD too. But that was as like
oh, Disney XD, I watched so much Disney XD.
What was your favorite show on Disney?
Dude, I mean Lab Rats.
That was a good one.
Kick Buttowski.
Oh, I loved Kicking It.
Kicking It was great.
Yeah.
Dude, there's this meme from Kicking It. It's like they had a bunch of basketball players like guest star in like Disney XD stuff. And so it's like he's looking in the falafel place and he's like, you got Kyrie Irving sneakers. You got Kyrie Irving pants. Hey, dude, you're Kyrie Irving. It's just so funny. Disney, that's crazy. I haven't thought about Disney XD in a minute.
Yeah, I still watch it on Disney Plus because it's such a like sense of nostalgia.
Was Liv and Maddie Disney XD or was that Disney?
No, that was Disney.
Disney.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Okay. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I did watch like I think Disney.
Yeah.
But as far as like actual cartoons go, it was Cartoon Network.
See, I didn't really watch a ton of cartoons. Like I remember like middle school, I would watch like Teen Titans Go and The Amazing World of Gumball. I think those were the two. But when I was younger, I don't remember a lot of cartoons.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Total Drama Island.
I did watch that, but when I got into like I guess middle school.
And Powerpuff Girls.
I never watched it. I only watched it when I was with my cousins because they loved it.
I have a crazy Powerpuff Girls story.
Okay, go for it.
So one time we had just moved to our new house, which is where we live now.
Yeah.
And when I was younger, I got a 3DS for free in a raffle. And so on that 3DS, I had downloaded Netflix. Because I was like, okay, this is something I can hide pretty well.
You could download Netflix on those? I did not know that.
Neither did my parents. And so I downloaded Netflix, and normally I would stay up late, like reading, because that's the kind of kid I was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I started watching Powerpuff Girls on my 3DS at night. And so it was like multiple hours past my bedtime, and I had like laughed really loud at a part.
Yeah.
And I heard my mom come up the stairs. And so I hide under my blanket and close it, and I just go like cartoonishly bad. And she goes and lifts it up and stares at me, and then like realizes that I'm asleep, but I'm still pretending to be asleep. Like I'm so committed. So she puts the covers back and walks over to the door, closes the door, and stays inside. And I wait a second. I open my eyes. I open my 3DS and start playing it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, hee hee hee. And then she comes over and opens the covers, and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm watching Powerpuff Girls. And she was like, oh.
My parents never did anything like funny like that. Yeah. Like if it were me in that scenario, my mom would lift up the covers and be like, I know you're awake.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't I don't know, but I wish my parents had done that.
It's something that started developing a lot later in my childhood.
Yeah.
Like I think because I started doing a lot of like there's one April Fool's where as my prank I just took a big inflatable ball and threw it at them to wake them up.
Oh.
That was my prank. And that's what I think started the spiral into like my mom I was always like a heavy sleeper in the morning because I've always had trouble sleeping. She would like get ice water and like throw it on me.
That is so mean.
Yes.
That's crazy. No, my parents would never. My dad has always been very kind when waking me up because it was like middle school. I'd stay up late too, and so I'd have this like really hard time getting up in the morning. My dad was always so sweet, and then my mom, she was teaching at that time, and she taught way over on the south side. We lived on the north side, so she would have to she left at like 6 a.m. and my bus was at like 7, so she wouldn't wake me up, and she'd oh my gosh, she would just like trust in me to wake up and have an alarm. But I remember one time I didn't want to go to school, and like when my bus came, both my parents were at work, so no one could take me to school. So if I missed the bus, I can't go to school.
Yeah.
So I purposefully missed the bus. So I wouldn't have. Oh my God, she was so mad at me. My phone got taken away for a week because of how mad at me she was. Yeah, yeah, it was, and yeah, it was really bad.
Another thing my mom would do to wake me up, because she's creative, is she would like slowly start to like scratch her fingers on me to like make me think something was crawling on me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I would wake up and be like, ah! she's like, wakey.
That's crazy. I remember one time, the like funniest thing I can remember my mom, and she didn't even do it, she just assisted with it.
Yeah.
So it was my sister's birthday. She turned like 13 or 14. And she had a cake, and I was like, doesn't this cake smell like weird? And she's like, what? So she leaned her head. Of course, I like put her head in the cake. Everyone was like, that's so mean, Hannah. And I was like, it's cake. She can wipe it off. I'm terrified of frogs. I don't know why, but I am. So it's later on in the day, and I'm just watching my phone in bed. And my mom goes, Hannah, we're going to go to the mall. Like, let's go. And I was like, I don't want to go. And she's like, no, we're going to go. And I'm like, there was no plan. Like, where is this coming from? So I instantly knew something was off. Then my stepbrother comes in and throws a frog on me. I'm in my bed. There's a frog in my bed. I run out of the house and down the street because I thought they were going to chase me with it. And I refused to go back into the house until my mom called me and was like, we don't have the frog anymore. I promise you it's away. It was like so traumatized. Not actually, but like crazy. So scary. Yeah. Yeah, on my bed, in a frog in my bed. A
frog in your bed.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wash the sheets, actually throw them out.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't equivalent. My sister got cake on her face. I got something I'm terrified thrown at me. That's not equal.
That's crazy. Another random thing in my childhood is I was disillusioned to like the tooth fairy and all that stuff very quickly. Like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I started doing this thing where my parents would be like, put the tooth under your bed for the tooth fairy. And then eventually I got tired of like having to wait a night for it because my parents would like forget because they like worked.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would just bring my tooth to them and be like, here, give me $5.
You got $5 for a tooth?
I think when it was like the last one.
Yeah, okay.
It was like, we'll give you a $5.
I think I got $1.
Yeah, it started out as like coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we weren't poor anymore.
Do you remember losing your first tooth?
I don't think so, but I do remember purposefully losing a tooth on a Cheeto.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I had to have a lot of teeth pulled because they were very stubborn.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And I had like braces. I've had braces twice,
yeah.
Maybe 3 times. I don't actually know. But so I had like one that was kind of loose, but that was being stubborn, and they were like, "We're gonna have to pull it out if you don't lose it." And my mom was like, "We can tie floss around it and tie it to the door." Like,
yeah.
I was like, "I'm not doing that." So I was eating Cheetos, and I realized like every time I bit, like it would move more. Yeah. And so I like angled it and like bit my tooth out.
Oh
basically.
My gosh! A couple of my teeth also wouldn't come out, but so they would just start. It was crazy. My adult teeth were coming in, but my baby teeth were still there.
Yes.
So they would create this like layer, and then my baby teeth started to like disintegrate, I guess. I don't know, like, or dissolve.
Yeah.
And my dentist would literally call me shark tooth because I had multiple layers of teeth. And that's what sharks have. And so, like, my mom would call me at 2. She's like, all right, ready for your dentist appointment, shark tooth? And I was like, I don't know. They're not pulling it.
Yeah.
Like, and he was like, we're just going to wait. It'll come out eventually. And I was like, okay.
And then you show up in 2 months, and it's like, we're just going to wait.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's how my old psychiatrist was. Yeah, all tea, all shade, actually. Yeah, that's a good little kid convo. All right, next question.
Okay.
What's a piece of music or a person in music that was very formative for you?
This is really hard. I have a lot of answers.
Yeah.
My first go-to answer was Taylor Swift because when I was growing up, she was like, that was her country music thing.
Yeah.
And my mom was only allowed to listen to country and Christian music growing up. So like we listened to a lot of country music. And so I remember Taylor Swift playing all the time. And so that's really formative. I also think like musical theater. Like I remember the first musical I saw was Phantom of the Opera. I saw it on a movie. I was able to see it in person later. And that I literally would like she has this like Think of Me, like this really popular operatic song, and she has this big white dress on, and I would wrap myself up in this white dress and I would literally like pretend to sing. And so I think that was like my first intro into musical theater. And then on the bus, I would always listen to like musical theater. So I feel like it's Taylor Swift musical theater.
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and give a new answer every time, which is getting more difficult the more I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But I feel you on the multiple answers thing. Like for me, it wouldn't be either of those. I'm actually,
I guess.
Yeah, I'm. You chose the two things I'm like least a fan of. I feel. And you even threw in country music, and I'm not a fan.
See, my thing about country music is I do not like stadium like Luke Bryan,
Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah, like, no, I don't like that.
Tim
Although
McGraw.
A lot of those songs are very like they remind me of my childhood because that's what played.
Yeah.
But me now, I love Tyler Childers. I used to love Zach Bryan.
Yes.
He's not a good person. I just can't.
What happened with him?
So there was this whole like thing online. He had this girlfriend, and this girlfriend came out and she's like, "Oh, we broke up," and she came out with all these horrible things that he did to her. Like he was just a very like angry, aggressive person. And then he wanted her to sign an NDA for like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And she said, "No, I'm not going to do that because I don't want your money."
Yeah.
And so it's this whole thing. I've seen a video of him like screaming at someone across the gate, and they're like holding him back. And like, you know, when someone's so angry that literally it's like no one can hold them back.
Yeah.
Like they become unhuman. Like that is the rage I saw. So now every time I listen to his songs, because all his songs are like, "I'm such a broken person," and I'm like, yeah, you are, but it's not like artistic broken. It's like, ooh, you know?
Yeah.
And so I don't like Zach Bryan anymore, but I love Tyler Childers. I love what's his Jesse Wallens or something. He makes like more more like folk, but it's also country. Yeah. It's a lot of like like Fight the Man kind of music. Yeah. So that's the country I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But go ahead, what was your answer?
I fuck with that. Well, now I have to think of an answer. Last time the last two I gave were Fall Out Boy, and I used Kendrick Lamar a second time. So thinking outside of that, I think that I'm going to say, you know what? The Killers. That was like one of my mom's favorite bands.
Really?
And so speaking of earliest memories, like one of the earliest memories I have is my mom was ironing my dad's like business clothes, and she had Man on the Moon playing. And we were like dancing to it while she was ironing clothes. And that was like our dance time was listening to the Killers while she was ironing.
My mom loved Avril Lavigne, which is crazy because my
hilarious.
mom was, like I said, only allowed to listen to country and Christian growing up. So why would she love Avril Lavigne? I don't know, but I remember like Complicated, Skater Boy, like those were always on in the car, and I don't know why my mom loves that. But
that was more my dad's speed.
Really?
Because my dad was like a metal drummer.
Oh yes.
And so we were listening to a lot of punk and stuff, like MXPX, Taking Back Sunday, like so many different things. But later on in my life, I did learn my dad is a huge like soft indie fan.
Really?
He's the one who introduced me to Phoebe Bridgers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's this like 6'2", very manly man introduced, and like he loves Boy Genius.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I've never met a straight man, or let's say a man with a wife and children who loves Boy Genius.
Yes.
I feel like that's so hard to come across.
Yes. Yeah. And so he introduced it to me, and I was like, this is incredible. And I was like, you listen to this? Yes. And he's like, I love it, actually. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has such like deep musical taste. It's like I asked him for Jazz Rex when I started getting into jazz, and he gave me like 20 people. And then I told him I was getting more into shoegaze, and he gave me 20 people. Like it's just any genre. And he's like me, he doesn't know the lyrics to any of them.
Yeah.
But like he'll start singing, he'll like play a song, and my mom will know the lyrics but not know who it is, what the song is, when it came out, anything about it.
Yeah. And
so I got my dad's side. But yeah, I think The Killers is the one thing from my mom musically that like stuck with me.
Interesting. I have a question.
Yeah.
What is like one genre of music that like you think if you told people you listen to, they'd be really surprised?
They'd be surprised.
Yeah, like no one would ever guess you listen to this.
I mean, I don't really know, because like I don't feel like I give off super metal vibes.
No, No, I wouldn't say you do. No.
But like at the same time, I don't think I'm like anti-metal vibes, if that makes sense. Like I don't think people expected me to go to a metal festival like I did.
Yeah.
But like I think they'd be more surprised to find out I didn't listen to country music.
You think?
Yes.
I feel like I expect most people not to listen to country music now.
Yeah.
But I guess we live in Texas, so it's very common.
R&B. I feel like a lot of people, I feel like that's very, because rap is mainstream enough to everyone listens to rap in some, like people would be shocked about the depth, but like R&B, like that's not an everyone thing, especially like I went to a Destin Conrad concert, and he's like known, but he's not like super duper like SZA level known. So yeah, I think that'd be my answer.
Interesting.
What about you?
See, I was in a class with, it was in PCP. Yeah. It was Pat Shaw's section.
Not the drug.
Yeah. Performance as collaborative practice.
Yes, yes.
So it was Pat's section, and he asked, what is one thing that if people knew, they would surprise you? And so I gave my answer, but it came off so like pick me. Yeah. Because I said, I actually really love punk rock music. Yeah. Like, in San Antonio, like, those were all the concerts I go to, was punk rock music. But obviously, I don't feel like I look like I give off punk rock. But I said that, and it came out, and I just felt like I was like, you know, we've talked about the clip of Miranda Cosgrove being like, I actually do cuss. Yeah. That's what it gave off. And Sarah Apple luckily came to my rescue, and she goes, no, I think that's a very sexist thing to be like, oh, there's a certain type of person who looks like they. And I was like, thank you, Sarah. Yeah. But that is my answer, like, genuinely. Yeah. 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 I
mean, really, I think the whole thing with punk is like everyone can be a little punk. Yeah. Like you said, like very fight the man music. Yes, like that's exactly what it is. Like I talked to Caleb Goodwin, however you say his last name, BFA actor. Mm-hmm. He was one of the first people I met at orientation, and we got like really close. And he's like so in the punk scene, really, like because he does photography and stuff, and so his friends like have bands, and he'll go and like do photography for them. He knows like all the underground areas in Austin where they get like, and he gets like free tickets and stuff. Like he's the most punk dude I've ever met.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. That's interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that about him.
Dude, I need to talk to that guy more, actually. He just kind of disappears.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a one-on-one conversation with him. I just know of him.
Yeah. He's like a folktale. Yeah. 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 Caleb Goodwin. Okay, next question. What's a piece of TV or film or a person in TV or film that influenced you?
I grew up not watching a lot of film and TV. Like I read. Yeah. Like my mom said, like, because again in Mississippi, my room was above her room. So if I moved during the night and I was walking around, she could hear that in her room. And she said she'd always hear me running from my room to the game room to get more books and then running back to my room. Like that was awesome. What I was doing. Yeah. But I think, this might be a deep cut. There's this movie called The Mistletoes, and it's with the girl from Tia and Tamara, one of the twins. I don't know which one. She's in it. It's basically about, so she wants to join this really popular, it's like a Hallmark movie. Yeah. She wants to join this really popular a cappella Christmas group. Okay. She tries out and she doesn't get in, I think. So she decides to form her own with her like work friends. They're very like underdog. Like her work friends can sing, but they don't know they can sing. Like she discovers one of them singing in the bathroom.
It's like the TikTok meme of like I accidentally recorded myself discovering that I could sing. No, that literally
is like that. Yeah. So they form this a cappella group and then they compete against the one she like auditioned to be in. And the reason this is so formative in my brain. So she has a boss, right? And this boss in the movie's like very very no, we have to focus on work. Yeah. Obviously, he's a great singer. Yeah. That's how it has to go. Yeah. And so he's a great singer. She's like, you need to train our group to be better singers. So he reluctantly was like, fine. But she noticed he's a great singer because her car gets stranded and she in a snowstorm and she walks in this bar and her boss is doing karaoke and he's singing Burning Love. But he's like, oh my God, it was my first, it was like a sexual awakening. Like, I was like, this man is beautiful. He's so attractive. And he, gets on the table and, takes his jacket off. And I remember, I would watch that movie year round. It's a Christmas movie, obviously. but I would watch it like literally August, literally year round because of that one scene. Like it was just the first thing that I remember being like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's
It's
kind of awesome.
on Disney Plus. It's
Shout
a bad
out Mistletoe.
movie. It's a bad movie. Like it's not good.
Yeah.
I don't think. I haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah.
But I mean the music, they're all great singers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. When growing up, I had a huge crush on Emma Watson. That was my like sexual awakening, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like every guy's answer to that is Megan Fox in Transformers.
No, because my dad's a big movie buff.
Yeah.
And the Transformers movies aren't great movies.
I've never seen them.
So like the special effects stuff, it's like very like they're all by Michael Bay, so it's all explosions and like action, and like the writing is not great. And my dad is like the biggest Michael Bay hater.
Okay.
Like he'll watch some of his earlier stuff, but the more he gets into like visual effects and that's like the only thing he cares about, the more he loses. So we were like he was very adamant that we weren't gonna watch him.
Oh, okay.
But for me, it was either Emma Watson or it was Debbie Ryan from Jessie.
I have never heard anyone say Debbie Ryan.
Are you serious?
Never.
That's kind of crazy to me.
That is insane, but also that makes so much sense for you as a person. Like, of course you were attracted to Debbie Ryan. Like, I don't know why, but it just makes so much sense.
I remember it was like late middle school, early high school. She started that like Netflix series Insatiable.
Yeah, I think I watched the first season.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not good, but I started watching it just because it was her.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. See, I liked Ross Lynch.
Of course.
I feel like every girl does.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like more niche. I really didn't have. I like the like all the classic kind of Disney boys. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something like actually like Hear Me Out kick level, but like I don't think I ever did. I was always so fascinated by parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
Because I never like had them.
Really?
Like I'd be like, oh, this person's attractive, but like it's a person who I'm never gonna see in my life.
See, I am convinced. Have you heard of like maladaptive daydreaming syndrome?
No.
So I don't know if this is like a real. I saw it online. So take it with a grain of salt. But it's basically like these people that get so into like their daydreams, like they like 24/7. They're thinking about their daydreams. Like it feels like they create scenarios in their head all the time, but to the point where it's like a little bit obsessive.
Yeah.
I swear because like all throughout my youth, it was like I would be creating scenarios in my head. Like my entire life revolved around these scenarios. Yeah. Like, have you seen Soul Surfer?
I think maybe.
Do you know the story of it? Like the girl. Okay. Yeah. I was obsessed with that movie, and I was allowed to watch it because she's like a Christian in the movie, so my mom loved that I watched it. But I would make up these scenarios where I was a surfer and my arm got bit off by a shark. Yeah. I would think about those scenarios all day. And so, like, I feel like a parasocial relationship with all these, like, celebrities. Now I've gotten a lot better at it.
Yeah, of course.
You don't know who I am, but yeah, that's crazy.
That's interesting. Yeah. I remember people would always be like, oh, I ship this. Like, shipping was a big part of, I feel like, our generation's culture with media. And I was always like, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen there's a TikTok trend about Regina George and Roger Kefley? No, yes, Roger Kefley. Like how they would be so good. People are like making edits of them. It's so funny to me because it works. Yeah. It kind of works in such a weird way.
In such a true to life way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like now I'm just thinking of the meme with him in the camera like
I saw a meme. It's him like doing in the movie he like pours like a soda fountain. Like he throws that big party, but he only has soda because it's a kids movie, he doesn't have alcohol. But someone was like, damn, Roger Kefley literally threw the biggest party with no alcohol. Like, and I thought that was so funny because, like, that's so true. Like, he has a huge party, but I don't know.
Shout out my birthday party.
Yeah.
Soda and pizza.
Yeah. And it was fun.
Dude.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah. I think, have you seen The Sandlot?
I have, yeah.
Okay. I think that is something that I've somehow forgotten was so formative for me because we had like this minivan thing that we were like renting and it had a DVD player.
Oh yeah.
And so we only put Blue's Clues, the puppet like version,
yeah,
or Sandlot. So
yeah.
I've seen Sandlot in my life probably like in triple digits.
It's a good movie.
Of like times. Yeah, it's incredible. But like the amount that shaped like my humor growing up with like in relation to other people, like my dad is a very like making fun of you to show that he loves you type person.
Yeah.
And that just like took it to a whole nother level.
I see. Yeah. When I think Sandlot, I think of two scenes. I think of obviously the lifeguard scene.
Yes.
And then I think of the scene where they're on the ride. I can't remember what it is, and they all throw up. I think of that scene every time I think of Sandlot.
Dude, I remember the scene where the dog like actually gets loose.
Yes.
Like, because then in middle school we had a dog who looked like exactly like him.
Really?
Because it was a bull mastiff. And I was like, we should call it, and I can't remember the name now. But I was like, we should call her this.
Yeah.
And they're like, she's been alive for like 7 years. Like,
yeah,
we can't change her name.
By a new name.
Yeah. Stop it, Had.
The plot of being afraid of a dog never made sense. I grew up with dogs my whole life.
Yeah.
There has not been a year in my life where I haven't had a dog that I know of. And so being scared of a dog like never made sense to me.
Yeah, my grandparents on my mom's side had a dog named Harley who ran away at one point. That's how, so we don't know what happened. Yeah. But she bit the fuck out of me.
Really?
like she bit my hand. And I got like, it wasn't actually that bad, but like as a very small child, I was like,
yeah, that's definitely scary. I don't think I've ever been bit by a dog. We did, when I was younger, we had a dog that was just like really old. So he just got grumpy, and he like snapped at my sister through his crate. But in my opinion, like anytime, like I feel like if I ever were to be bit by a dog, I'd be like, oh, it's my fault. I caused that, because they don't bite unprovoked unless they're like, you know, like
playing or they're trying to give you a kiss or something.
Or they have like a rabies or something like that. And so I've just never been scared of dogs. I don't know.
We had this like small or huge actually bulldog for like less than a year because it started growing really quick and then it like bulldozed my little brother.
Oh yeah.
Like charged through him. Like it was crazy. And so we had to give it to someone.
Yeah.
And he's doing good. His name is Frankie after Frankenstein. Yeah. And then we got a bull mastiff, which she was 180 pounds, 6'2" standing up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she like loves to give kisses.
Oh.
But she has a huge mouth.
Yeah.
And so her kiss is like a
yeah.
And so my little brother, after being tackled by our previous dog,
was terrified. Yeah.
Horrified.
That makes sense.
And then eventually my family has been through so many pets, so we gave them to someone else, like rehomed them. And whenever we would rehome our pets, we would always also like make sure to like fund that pet's health.
Yeah.
For like a month. To be like, okay, we're not just throwing you into the situation and then you don't know how to take care of them.
Yeah.
But now we have our little pug Bubba, and he loves to bite. To bite. Like he'll get your ankles, he'll get your socks, he'll get your shoes. The way he plays is he likes to bite right here.
Oh,
you have to do this. But like he'll try and like pounce on me if I'm like sitting down, and so I like hit him with a forearm.
Yeah.
And he's like, rah!
Yeah. For a little bit we had, I can't remember the exact like breed of the dog, but it was one of those dogs that's like, it was a herding dog. Like it was like genetically it's been used to herd sheep.
Yeah.
And so he would bite at your ankles because it was trying to herd you.
Yeah.
Which I think was crazy. But my dog now, Rockney, does not bite at all. I don't think he's ever bit anyone.
Sweetest dog in the world.
But when he wants to play, he gets really excited. If your hands are down by your side, he'll come and just put his mouth on your hand, not bite down, not anything, just because he wants to like get your attention. But it does freak out. They're like, he's biting me. I'm like, no, he's not. I promise you, he's not.
Yeah.
He just wants you to pet him. But,
I swear his teeth aren't sharp.
No, they're not.
They're dull.
They're definitely not.
Yeah. He's so sweet. When I took him on a walk, it was like I'd be like, "Where do you want to go?" Because I was walking with him, and he was like looking around. So I was like, where do you want to, we can go where you want to go. And he would stop and just look up at me and start wagging his tail.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you want pets. That's where you want to go.
Yeah. He loves people. He doesn't, I mean, he will play with dogs, but he loves people. Like, wants to be around people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An extroverted dog.
Yes. Yeah.
That's kind of awesome. He's a golden retriever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, makes sense. All right. This is our last question.
Okay.
So feel free to really talk about it.
Okay.
What's a person? Not what's a person. Let me change this. I've been meaning to change this typo for forever. It's been it's actually who's a person? I know what a person is, I feel. Who's a person in your life that was very formative for your art specifically?
Ooh. That's really hard because I didn't grow. I'm the only artist in my family. I didn't, like, dad's a doctor, brother's studying to be a doctor, little sister wants to marry a basketball player and be rich. Like that's just who she is. She's like, I don't want to have, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. It's like her goal. And my mom's a teacher, a math teacher. So everyone in my family is very logical. So I really don't know. I didn't grow up around artistic people. I guess, like, my friends. Like, in middle school, being around theater people was so, like, influential because, like, my elementary school we didn't have theater. I mean, I was in choir for elementary school. But then, like, being in a space that was dedicated to theater, that was like, okay, now you get to act. Like, this is what this time is for. I think was definitely very influential. And that was what made me realize, like, oh, I want to continue to do this. And then it got stronger as I got in high school. And then I was around people who were like, oh, no, I want to go to college for theater too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so I feel like people my own age. I don't remember really having someone who was older than me who, like, influenced me to do art. My mom did say, though, like, anytime someone was on stage singing, especially if it was a kid, you were like so captivated by it. Like, you love to watch kids sing. But I didn't have
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Like, having an environment that you've kind of surrounded yourself with.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it's been a struggle because I didn't have, like, an adult pushing me to be in the arts or influence me to be in the arts. I feel like it genuinely is a very strong calling for me. Like, no other reason would I want to do arts except like it is, I want to say, like, preordained on my life. But it's hard because then as an actor you face all this rejection. And so every actor goes through the thought of, like, should I be doing this? And so I feel like that's been a struggle in my life recently of, like, I feel like this is something I'm meant to do, but I'm getting told no a lot. And so it's very, like, contrasting ideas. You know? But I mean, I grew up in, like, I knew this is the world of acting. You get told no way more times than you get told yes. And so I like know I'm going into this, but it's definitely been, like, I don't know, something to think about.
Yeah, it's always the way I like to put it is it's always an active conversation. Between like the world of acting and like you as a artist. Is like, it's always like here's something I have for you. Oh, you know, I'm not interested in that, but what about like something more like this? And then you get that role and it's like, okay, so I really enjoyed that. Can we like do something else like that? And the world's like, no, I don't really think so. So how about this? So me personally, I like getting told no.
Really?
Yeah. It took a long time. Like, I was one of those kids where if I got bad grades, my parents actually, because my mom like failed her SAT. Like, she was awful at school, but she's so smart. So she was always like, it doesn't matter what your grade is as long as you're passing.
Really?
But on myself, I was like, I have to get straight A's. And so whenever I get anything less, I would like hit myself. Like, I would punish myself for it. To now where I'm like, yes, tell me no so I can get better.
I see. Yeah. I grew up in a very opposite house. It was, I've never gotten a B my entire life. Until I've gotten one B in college, and it was in my science class. Every other thing I've gotten an A on. I mean, I graduated like 48 out of 750 students.
Wow.
So, like my family is just very, like, academic. My grandparents and all, like, we're all just like that way. And so deciding to pursue the arts has been like something they've had to really like get used to. My dad's like tells me all the time, he's like, why don't you just become an engineer? And I'm like, in what world? When I've never expressed interest in engineering. I hate science. I hated physics.
Yeah.
Why would I become an engineer?
Yeah.
And he's like, because it's a good job. I'm like, but and it's something I've had to explain. Like, I know I'm going to probably be broke for a very long time, if not the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But pursuing something that I love is so much more important to me than money. And he doesn't understand that because he's a doctor. Yeah. So to him, money is very important. Yeah. And he's like, you're going to realize when you grow up that money actually does mean a lot to you. And I do think as I've gotten older, I'm like, man, it'd be really nice to not
of course.
Yeah, to not have to freak out every time I want to go buy lunch. Yeah. But I still, like, wouldn't change it. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't trade this for the world.
Absolutely.
I could go be a lawyer right now. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just think, deciding to pursue the arts has been such a, like, just an interesting experience for all of them. And I'm glad I don't know. I'm very glad I decided to do it. I don't regret it ever.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
You have too much talent for it to be wasted by doing something else.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
For me, people in my life, again, a new answer every time. I would probably say my siblings, because I was always trying to entertain them.
Interesting.
Like, I would always be making games for them. I would always be like, hey guys, I found this like cool thing. And then also, this isn't like a person. This isn't actually in any of the questions, but YouTube.
Yes. Yeah,
dude,
definitely.
Oh my God. Because the first thing I got was YouTube Kids, which, by the way, the censorship system on that is so fucked up.
Yeah, it's very
like
bad.
I was saying, like, people like graphically talk about sex. Like, it was crazy. But then I started like watching Pokemon videos. It's like, okay, we're here.
Yeah.
And then I started watching people like Markiplier and stuff,
who
are very like performative, big personalities, and I was like, that's what I want to do. Yeah. And so I started in like middle school, like streaming and like recording YouTube videos and editing them. Like, I was always like very techy. Yeah. And my parents, growing up, they were children, so they were trying to figure themselves out. So they didn't really instill like many expectations in me other than like, please survive. Yeah. Like, live, please, please. And don't make it more difficult for us to help you live. Like, that was their thing. Yeah. But my dad being super into movies and being so ADHD. Yeah. And my mom also being very into movies. Like, it was very helpful to like be around someone who values creativity. Yeah. Like, I learned how to read when I was 2. Yeah. Because my mom would like sit there with me and be like, this word now. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's this. And so like by the time I'm in 3rd grade, I have a high school reading level. Yeah. And I went to state for spelling bee at one point.
Dang. Like, that's the thing I was never good at, spelling. Great reader, great writer, could never spell. Yeah. And I still can't spell.
Dude, okay, this is crazy. I might have told you.
Okay.
I tried to start a grammar police at my school.
You did not. You didn't tell me this, but explain?
Yeah. So at my school, it was a charter school. It was really fucked up. But they did this one thing that was really cool, which is they had this thing called Business Day. Yeah. Where at the end of every semester, you would like have like a little business where you make like crafts and stuff. Yeah. And you pay in like fake like Monopoly style money that you've earned throughout the year based on your grades and your behavior, like extracurriculars, all this stuff. And so my idea was I kept listening to, because it was a very like diverse range of people, like, and most of them, like, their family was poor. Yeah. And so the way a lot of them spoke versus me, who's in speech and debate, is like very different for reasons I didn't understand at the time. Yeah. And so I go to my principal, I like set up a meeting with her. I'm like, hey, this grammar problem, out of control. So I have an idea. We tax every time they make a grammatical error. We get like a business dollar.
Who gets the money out of this?
So I said either we fund the people who are like running the grammar police, or we just give it back to you guys, because I'll do it for the love of the game. And she was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're elementary schoolers. What are you doing?
It's really funny because the little you was so capitalistic.
Yes.
Like, and
Yeah.
now you're very obviously not, but that's so funny because that's such a like a capitalist thing that
Yeah,
you know.
I didn't know that grammar Nazis was like a thing,
Yeah.
but that's like what I was doing.
But I understand like the frustration of like, because I something that really bothers me is when people use a double negative.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have, no, whatever.
Yeah.
That bothers me. But also, I have grown to realize it's definitely a cultural thing.
Yes, like it's a big part of AV.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And so like when my mom, oh my gosh, like if you say I searched something up, she's like, it's not searched, it's I looked something up. Like my mom definitely instilled that in me, and so now I have to like think, like change my thinking and be like,
But
it's not
the thing with that example is like it's a search bar.
Yes,
So
exactly.
it's kind of like one of those weird grammar loopholes.
Yeah.
Where the culture behind it is like,
Yes.
okay, but it says search.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think I've just had to like change my thinking and be like, but it's because I'm like I've been raised in a culture and other people have been raised in a different culture and they speak a different way. And,
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I talked to Allison. I can't remember who I talked to about things. I just talk so much.
Yeah.
But we had the Connect meeting with Allison.
Yeah.
And for me, she said like I speak in a very like specific way.
Yeah.
And it's because of the speech and debate thing. And so I've been like rereading the different like texts for the play that we're doing.
Yeah.
And like trying to say it, but then I'm saying it and I'm like, I don't know if it's different. I don't know. And it's something that's been instilled in me literally like since birth.
Yeah.
It's like this is the structure in which you had and speak.
Yeah.
And you speak with this tone and you speak with these words in this order.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
Like I was helping teach my reading class in elementary school. Because I was getting perfect grades on the STAR test.
Yeah.
And and so they were like, what do we do with this kid? We can't teach him anything. And so I was like, I'll tutor the younger grades because like my siblings were in there and I wanted to hang out with them.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there.
Yeah. I don't know either. But going back to the arts thing,
yes.
I think like because of the way I was raised, something that I want to do with like when I eventually have kids. And it's crazy because I didn't want to have kids growing up, but now as I've gotten older and I've gotten into relationships, I've realized like, okay, I do want to have kids which is also weird because it's like, in a way, it almost feels selfish to want kids to me because like, I hear a lot of people say like, why would you raise a kid in this environment? Yeah. And my answer is because I want to raise a human. Yeah. But in a way, that's kind of selfish, and so I don't know. That's been a thought, but it's also not. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I want to raise my kid in a way of I want to raise them on like books and being very smart, and I think getting good grades for who they are. Like I don't think everyone like a B for some people is bad and a B for some people is great. Yeah. So I think getting good grades for who they are as a student, but also raising them in arts, taking them to museums, watching plays, like all sorts
seeing
of like,
if they want to do sports.
Exactly.
Like just
exactly. And so it's like for me, I want to raise a very like diverse like environment for a kid. But,
I've been blessed to be in a lot of environments, and so I feel similarly. Yeah. Like I mean, since I was born, I've wanted to have kids. Like I wanted to be a father. Yeah. Like I remember I was there when my little brother walked the first time. Aww. Like I helped him walk. Aww. And that was like one of the moments where I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a dad. And like I stand by if I'm old and I'm not with someone by some curse that's been placed on me, I'm gonna adopt. Yeah. Someone's calling me. I'm gonna adopt. Yeah. And I mean that full-heartedly because I'm meant to be a dad. Yeah. Let's be real here, guys. I'm meant to be a father. And I feel similarly. Yeah. Like I'm kind of sad because I meet so many people who it's like they grew up acting. Yeah. And I didn't start like actually like devoting myself to acting until like really high school. Like I was acting in middle school, but it's like acting. Yeah, exactly. And then in high school, I never learned acting techniques. Oh yeah, me neither. Like they were just like, okay, go do this. Yeah. And like memorize these lines and then say them this volume. Yeah. And so I am kind of like envious of people
Yeah.
who it's like, oh, I was acting since I was like 4.
Yeah.
Because that is such a head start.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially singing.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude.
Yeah.
I wish I could sing.
I do think everyone
Can sing, but the degree of which how good you can sing.
Well, I think everyone could be a good singer.
It just takes so much time.
It takes time, practice, and so many people like we talked about the acting, like there's a mental block. If you can get over the mental block of singing and being like, I'm scared that this is gonna sound bad, if you can get over that, you're already like, that's the biggest jump. The technique and the sound that can come later, and that comes so much easier than the mental block. But yeah. Yeah, I think I like going back to kids, I think my dad, when I grew up, was always like, do not have kids. Because, so he had which is crazy to say that to a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
who's your daughter?
Who's your child?
Yeah, exactly. But they had my younger brother when they were 18. And then
your younger brother?
I mean, sorry, not my younger brother, my older brother.
It's like, holy shit.
No. They had my older brother when they were 18, and then 4 years later they had me. So they had kids at a very young age, and then they had my little sister later on. But both my older brother and my younger sister were accidents. I was the only on purpose kid.
Same.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, are you the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like him being like, don't have kids was very like, okay, well, my dad's telling me not to have kids. I probably shouldn't have kids. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, that's just you. Like, that is just a you thing.
You shouldn't have had kids.
Yeah. You need to work that out on your own. But for me personally, I do want kids.
Yeah.
But pregnancy is also terrible. So.
Oh yeah, awful.
Yeah, it's like terrible.
Like that's another reason why I would never like force that on like a partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is like first off, everything in a partnership should be a group decision.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Everything. Like it's called being a partner for a reason.
Yes.
And not enough people like fully understand that. But like I would adopt like with someone. Yeah. Like I'm gonna have kids.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. Obama like disappear. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I can't say I love kids because that's bad. But I want to have kids so bad, like so bad. Not right now.
Yeah. Of course.
Please, good Lord, not right now.
Yeah.
But I've been prepared for so long, and like I have game plans and everything.
Yeah.
And, like they're gonna be the coolest fucking kids. Like I have a monologue that I do for a lot of auditions that you've seen in class, I believe. It's from Frankie and Johnny and the Claire de Lune, and he's like, they would be incredible kids. They would be like star athletes and geniuses and Shakespeare and the most beautiful song ever written and a president and a saint maybe all rolled into one. And like that's how I feel about my kids, even though I don't have them.
Yeah. I'm curious, do you have, because I've asked some guys this and in my, like, it seems like it's only like a woman experience, but do you have dreams where you have kids, like, and then you wake up and then you have to like deal with the loss of, do you have those?
So I don't dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a mix of medication and mental disorder.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a lot of things. I used to have like only nightmares, so I prefer this much better.
Yeah.
But some of the dreams I have had are like that. Like I had like children with like a faceless woman.
Yeah.
And it's rough. I have had that though.
Yeah, I've had it a couple of times, and I only started having them when I realized I wanted kids.
Yeah.
Where I've had a daughter, and then I had to wake up and be like, I don't have a daughter.
Yeah.
And I've asked guys this, be like, do you have those? And every guy's been like, no.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to hear a guy actually have those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I am a lot more passionate about fatherhood than most men I've met.
Yeah.
I'm a lot more passionate about most things than most guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been reading a book recently, and it's from a Christian perspective, but I'm also curious. So in the book, it's talking about like womanhood and stuff, but it's saying at the start of the book, which I don't 100% agree with this, but I agree with this as for me. The author says all women want 3 things. Now my problem is saying all women.
Yes.
That's my issue.
Of course.
But for me, I do want those 3 things. And 3 things are like, they're like to be the hero in a courageous story, to be loved, and to feel beautiful. And that resonates for me. And then her husband writes a section of the book that says men want 3 things. Again, not all men want 3 things, but and I'm curious if it resonates with you. It said they want to like be in battle. Like that's why you see like boys with swords and lightsabers and stuff like that. That is something they want. And then it's I forgot the second one, but the third one is to fight for someone. Like when men go to battle, they put women's pictures in their wallet or whatever. And I'm curious if that resonates for you as
Absolutely.
a guy. Really?
Yes. And not even just as a dad, just as like a man, like as a guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like big time, actually. Yeah, I fight a lot for people.
Yeah.
Just in general. Like I am very confident that that's my purpose.
Yeah.
Is to fight for people in whatever way that may be.
Yeah.
But like my sister is trans and I love her with my whole soul. And I have had many an argument with people about like them disagreeing with that. And I like if it's my sister versus like everyone but like 5 people.
Yeah.
And those other 5 people are also my closest familial members. Anyone against my sister, I'm choosing my sister every single time.
Yeah.
And it's not close. Like it's not even a decision I have to make. And so it's that kind of thing where it's like I will always fight for people. And I don't know if that's like a purely guy thing because like my mother's that way big time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I agree, like not all men, all women, like this is all they want. But I do also kind of sympathize with what was the first thing you said women want?
Oh, to be the like hero in a courageous story.
Yes. I think just obviously from my cis male perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's more so that so many women have to be.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I think for sure. I feel like in a different way, like I also want to fight for people, but in a different way that's very like nurturing.
Yes.
I really feel like I have this innate need to nurture people in a motherly way.
Yeah.
Which if my mom's ever watching this, which I don't think she will, but if she is, she's gonna be like, "You are such a liar." But that's not because my whole family thinks I'm very like non-emotional, like,
which is interesting.
Yeah, I just have a different like way of presenting myself around different people. But and so I do feel like a lot of women have to, especially like you see in like relationships. I think like there are so many women stuck in relationships where it's like they're parenting the guy, like, and they are having to do everything for the guy. And so I think even like I totally agree. But I also like from a biblical perspective, I resonate with people like Esther and Deborah and like these women who were so like Deborah, like she led like warriors and like she helped with a war that they were fighting at the time, which is clearly at the time was not a woman's job by any means. And so I think like when we say like, oh, want to be the hero in a courage story, that's kind of what I think of, you know?
Yeah. I've also been in a situation where having to parent.
Yeah, it sucks. It's terrible.
It's awful. It's in fact the reason why that relationship ended.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you mean. I guess just so many, I mean, every woman, if I'm being real, like every woman I've ever met in my life has gone through terrible shit.
Yeah.
Like really like on any scale, terrible things. And it's something that we as a society are trying to get better at.
Yeah.
And so I think like there is a genetic predisposition to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah.
And that can be seen as like a want.
Yeah.
But I do agree like with the nurturing aspect of it.
Yeah. I think like even from a young age, like I'm sure you've heard girls are told all the time, oh, he's mean to you because he likes you.
Yeah.
Like as a younger kid, if a boy's making fun of you on the playground, oh, it's because he likes you.
Yeah.
Which is probably like I feel like is true. Like a lot of little boys make fun of the girls that they have crushes on. But let's not teach boys to do that and normalize it like it's okay.
Yes.
You should say, hey, let's be nice.
Yeah.
But B, let's not train girls to think that's okay. Because I feel like that you maintain that perspective throughout adulthood for sure. Yeah.
And like instead of being mean, let's just be extra nice.
Yes, exactly.
Like the baseline is nice, but extra
nice. Yeah, exactly.
To the people you like.
Exactly.
And show them that you care about them instead of being like that's something that I kind of always had. Like I've always been very empathetic to people. And so like I would have like some of those guy friends when I was real little who would do that stuff. And then I'd go up to the girl afterwards and I'd be like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, if that happened to me, I would cry.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
she'd be like, oh, but isn't that just what boys do? And it's like the boys will be boys thing.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, I'm a boy.
And I'm not doing that.
And I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, boys will be boys is such a detrimental phrase.
Yeah.
And I've had so many friends who've been, like, on the bad end of that.
Yeah.
So guys, let's actually teach our children, especially our men, to be like kind people.
Yeah, to be nice.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, I think that phrase has always been so stupid to me because like, no, but you're a human. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like every human has a empathy installed in them.
Yeah.
And so it's like, but you know that would hurt you.
Yeah.
So to turn around and do it to me, that's why boys will be boys like really confuses me.
Yeah.
Like, you're still human.
Your upbringing only either jades or empowers that empathy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How did we get to okay. One more thing. One more thing. You agreed when I said YouTube.
Yes.
Give me some of the YouTube that was influential to you.
There was this one, I do not know her name. Well, first of all, like all the beauty people, like RCL Beauty 101, like all the life hacks. Yeah. My Life is Ava, like all those girls I really liked. But there's this one girl who would do all these story times. Looking back, I was so convinced they were real. She was always falling off a cliff, always getting robbed, crazy. Always like Tana, she ran so Tana Mojo could walk. Or no, she walked so you know this.
Yeah. She walked so Tana
Mojo could run. Yes, exactly. So, and I watched her all the time, and everyone in the comments would be like, this is fake, this is fake. And I defended her with my life. I was like, why would she lie? That makes no sense. Why would she lie about this? I loved her. I would sit there and watch her videos like from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Like it was crazy. But yeah.
See, I think that's like a very interesting one to be so attracted to because you are now a storyteller in your career.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I feel like I tell stories in a very distinct way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a very real way.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the way we end every episode of The Window.
Okay.
Oh my God, the exposure.
Oh yeah, it's probably from the sun.
Yeah, it's okay. I can fix it. So we do a little heart.
Okay. Wait, I can't actually do that.
So stick out your middle finger and then curl this one. There you go.
Okay.
All right, and then we wave bye.
Bye.